Well, welcome to all my viewers in the state, in around the world and around the country. It's Peatling's YouTube covering the Chelsea Bonbeach game today. My second in charge is not here today, so I'll be doing this video on my own. But we went down to the Bonbeach Oval, and the Bonbeach Oval on the weekends probably the best that ground's looked for about the last 20 years. I don't know what they've done to it. It's a very big ground, but it's actually a bit like Chelsea football ground. It's nice and level, plenty of grass, and there's a big crowd there too. And the ground conditions, what I got written down here, was very good. No changes for Chelsea. The first half was they jumped us pretty early. I mean, they got a pretty good side, Bonbeach, and we're not going too flash at the moment, but and this Trent Dennis Lane used to play for AFL and St Kilda, I think. He was looking very dangerous in the first half and kicked a couple of nice. It can kick kicked one 60-metre goal in the second quarter. McDonald was reasonably quiet in the first half, but he soon got going in the second half. But so the half-time score was Bonbeach 6-4 to us 1-1. Lucky to get that goal too. Second half, looked as though it was going to be a big wipeout in. I give the half-time score. I didn't give the quarter-time score, but it wasn't very relevant. But the second half, they just started to take over. It looked as though it was going to be a big wipeout for Chelsea, but they kicked 3 goals 10 in the second half to us 1 goal 2. McDonald, he started to take over in the third quarter. He wasn't kicking many goals, but he was setting up. He wasn't his usual brilliant self, but he just, when he wants to control the game, he just steps up another gear and takes over. But he set up about 3 or 4 other goals, and they kicked 3 goals, so say 3 goals 10, and the three-quarter time score was 14-15. They could have been 25 goals in front at three-quarter time. It was 14-15 to 4-3. Not a very good score for Chelsea, was it? 11 goals behind. But the last quarter, us tell us as Chelsea supporters about the last quarter, it's probably their best quarter for the year. I don't know Styles here, but Jack France, I'll tell you about him a bit later. But they all stood up in the last quarter. I don't know why it takes 3 quarters to start playing football, but that was our best quarter for the year. We kicked 6 goals 4. We outscored them for 4 goals 3. Beg your pardon, 6-4 to 3-2. And I mean, the whole team lifted. Styles, he kicked 2 or 3 goals, and Francis kicked 4 goals. So I'll tell you about him in a minute. But it was good to see that the good old Chelsea was back in and got their mojo going. But it's taken 3.5. It's the third game, 2.5 games to get to play 1 good quarter. But of course, the last quarter, as I told you about that. And the final score was, and I get it here, it was Bonbeach 17-17. They could have won by 25 goals. 17-17 to us 10 goals 5. But we kicked 6-2 in the last quarter to 3 goals 2, which is pretty not a good way to lose. But there was a little bit of improvement, and I think that. As long as the flow, I mean, they all stood up in the last quarter. I'll mention all these players in a minute. I'll tell you who got the best players and all that. But it was quite refreshing to see it kick 6 goals, and because they're a pretty good side, Bonbeach. They'll be in the top 3 I'll be in the finals for sure this year. And now I've got here any highlights here. So there was some highlights here. I got them written down here somewhere. Jack Francis, you Chelsea supporters out there, look out! This fella. I said last week he's going to be a player. He's stepped right up against. He's kicked 4 goals, can take a big mark, and he's got plenty of pace. And I think he's only 19. If I might be stand corrected with it, but I think he's only about 19. He can play. Who else have I got mentioned here? Where are we? Bradley Clark, he never plays a bad game. Tony Gardner played a better game this week too, I must mention that. He's starting to get back in business now. And Trent Styles, that's his best game for the whole year, for sure. 3 goals. But I'll give you my goal kickers here. Jack Francis kicked 4, Trent Styles 3, Brodie Leach, tell you something about him in a minute too. 2 goals, and David Willett kicked 1 goal. And the best players for Chelsea were, not in order, Bradley Clark, Jason Clark, Toddy Gardner, Jackie Francis and Brodie Leach. And for the last quarter, Stylesy. But my votes, where's my votes? What do I do with them? I give 3 votes to Jack Francis, 2 votes to Bradley Clark and 1 vote to Toddy Gardner. But it was an all-round, I mean, apart from the first 3 quarters, it was sort of very pathetic. I don't know what got to take. Next week we're playing Mount Elias. We won't be able to do that next week. We start giving teams at half a game start. We're going to finish up nowhere. But hopefully it can continue this form in the last quarter, because I reckon there's about 7 or 8 players really stood up in the last quarter, and it was a good sign. So hopefully, with a bit of luck, we can get. I think the coach was reasonably pleased after the game, and to kick 6 goals after looking like no hope in the first 3 quarters, I suppose he should be happy too. But anyway, but apart from that, I've given him my best players and the votes. And yeah, that's just about all for this week's game. I mean, the first half of the football on Saturday, I felt like going home. I mean, I've never gone home after half time in any game in my life, but it just shows that if you can persevere. Oh, that Brodie Leach, he's only a young fella. He kicked 2 nice goals. He's only about 19. He's going to be a player too. He's kicked a couple of beautiful goals, as a matter of fact, one in the last quarter. So we got a few of the young fellas coming through. With a bit of luck, we might sort of start gelling all together and get some cohesion going. And but we're playing Mount Elias at home, so that's going to be a little bit of advantage. I don't know how they've been going, but we might give them a bit of a fright if we get all our big guns firing. Willis might start getting into the game, and Rainey, you've got to step up, mate, and start showing a bit of leadership on the ground. But it was very good for Stylesy that last quarter. I think he kicked 2 goals in the last quarter, and because he's a big, strong, you've got to start using your weight, Trent. You've got a fantastic build. You've got to start using it, mate. And but apart from that, it's nearly about all I've got for today. No more. No, that's about all I can say for today. But to finish up, I was going to look as though it was going to be a very disappointing day at half time, but in the last quarter, we supporters were very happy that we outscored them by 2 goals. So that's about all That's about all I've got for this week. Colin will probably be back next week. So that's all for me. I'll see you all next week. Bye bye.